So I'm having a chat with Qymira. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Jim. Thanks for having me
Yeah.
here.
Pleasure is all mine. And we are having a little chat because we've been playing a new single of yours called Labyrinth of Life. Tell us a bit about
Yes.
the single, first of all.
Okay, so this is a little bit of an inward journey one day. I'll get a little bit personal about this, just to share that because my mum was sick in those years. And life was basically a little bit tricky because I had, in a way, given up my life in order to take care of her. But then somehow one day I realized I was just pretending to be okay. And, friends and acquaintances or people that you've been working with, um, I didn't feel like saying too much. So, you always put this public face on, this game face, this poker face, this face that is not really you. But when you turn around and you feel like your world is just crumbled. So one day I just decided that, do you know something? We're all in this together. Everyone has a story to tell. We're always in some sort of labyrinth. And it's about trying to help each other up. But the only way we can do that is if we're real with ourselves and also with the people around us. So I started sharing the story more, instead of being embarrassed or ashamed or whatever you feel, guilty or something, or not good enough, or why am I not doing this, or, all of that, or what happened to the body of work that I did, or, things like that. I started, just basically saying very simply, life happens, but, let's do this together. So hence Labyrinth of Life.
Yeah, absolutely. And is there more music on the way?
Yes. So Labyrinth of Life is actually not just a song. It's a bit of a multiverse situation. So Labyrinth of Life will have a video coming out. That's not just a video, but it's more like a trailer for a feature film and TV series. So I really look forward to this because it's going to be ready in about a couple of weeks. And at the same time, whilst all this is going on, I have a new song that's called Melodrama that's coming out as well. And I shared this for the first time on the Irish tour with Boys Live.
Mm.
So I already performed Melodrama in the 4 shows that we did. And I'm really happy to say that the audience really liked it and enjoyed the violin in it, the orchestra elements in it. So yes, looking forward to sharing this.
Yeah. And busy times ahead by the sounds of it because Boys Life Tour, as you've just mentioned, how have the days been so far? I think you've got some more to come as well.
Yes, it's been amazing because we basically kicked off the world tour with Ireland, and we did Belfast, Galway, Cork, and Dublin. Each show is very special because the audience are all very warm and enthusiastic, but each has their own character. So it's amazing to see this and also to take the songs that I have. Obviously, as a support act, you go in cold every
Mm.
night. Um, and they're there to see Boys Live. But I was really happy to see that they really enjoyed the songs, the dancing, the violin, enough for them to come up to me. Either they were singing it and I wasn't expecting that, or they came up and said that they really enjoyed it. So I look forward to the rest of the tour, and hopefully the UK crowd will also be the same.
Yeah, I'm sure they will be. And a lot of your singles seem to get the remix treatment from producers and musicians and artists themselves. How do these remixes, it's a two-parter question, really. How do these collaborations and remixes come about? And what do you make of what they do to your music?
That's a very interesting question. And, I love saying it in this way, which is I love collaborations of many different types. And because music, obviously, yes, when I wrote, because I write all my music or I write all my songs. So, you go through a journey as you write it. So certain elements instrumentally will go into it to evoke certain emotions. When a song is being treated to do a remix, for dance purposes,
Mm.
or for whatever it is, maybe it's for a Brazilian audience because I was working there as well. And so any time that it has gone through any treatment, to suit a specific type of audience, it gives the song a different meaning and a different feel. And so in a way, it expands the universe and the story of what this song was intended for. Labyrinth of Life was written, for example, a little bit more like darker, because it was an inward journey. It was more, the tone, the chords, and everything from the orchestra, because I was working with an orchestra, has a very different feeling to, for example, Eddie Craig's Rainforest Mix, which is very upbeat, high energy. And you can imagine people, dancing away in a club. And I would never have thought that it would suit that kind of treatment. And yet, it actually has worked wonders. Same as Rough Load is Wait for No One. And so I've just been very lucky that, different remixers, producers, and artists would like to collaborate on different levels.
Yeah, I bet indeed. And I like to talk about the writing side of things as well. So for you, how do tracks normally start off?
For me, most of the time on the piano. So it starts because of either I have been daydreaming, and so certain things come up, and I just go, oh, let's just try this on the piano. I have to say, a lot of the songs that the UK listeners have been listening to, like Wait for No One, and Labyrinth of Life for the past little bit, they also started from a state of introspection. So that took place in a bath. So when I was kind of like, okay, you know what? And then soon as that happens, there is like almost kind of like a cocoon you go into, and you start, all the lyrics come, because it's like storytelling, and the piano just adds to it for that storytelling. And then because I'm a strings person, because of the violin, so the orchestrations come with it. Sometimes it's very like cinematic, and sometimes it's just pared down with just a violin and piano, and the rest of it is basically beats on top of it to bring it to life.
Nice, fantastic. Qymira, it's been a pleasure having a chat with you.
Thank you so much, Jim. It's been a real pleasure chatting with you as well.